welcome back to my channel. Welcome. If you are new here, handmade, here we talk about all things looking good, feeling good, and smelling good at mostly affordable prices. So if any or all of that sounds interesting to you, just go ahead and hit that subscribe button, join the family. The month of December is the time to join. I mean, it's the holiday season, but also your girl is a Sag. So my birthday's coming up. That'd be great to just get some more subscribers. Today I wanted to talk about some creamy fragrances. Now, this could be a lactonic type of creamy. This could also just be a creamy fragrance that has absolutely nothing to do with the milky note or little to do with the milky note. Let me know down in the comments section if you believe that a fragrance can be creamy without lactonic. I also want to say in this month of December, I will be posting every day. Pray for me. So most of the videos will not be edited. They will be directly uploaded after recording. But I think I can handle it. I did do a test run in February. February is the shortest month. So yeah, but I did it. So let's hop right into this. I'm having some tea. I got sick. My oldest is in daycare. And you know how that is. So we all were sick, and then we kind of all recovered. I got on some stuff to break up the cold in my chest, so on and so forth. I had about a solid week of, oh yeah, I'm good, and then I have a cough again. So I'm trying to nip that in the bud with some tea. I'm soon gonna start drinking some bush tea. If any Caribbeans out there are watching, shout out to you. Wagwan. Bush tea, as you know, is disgusting, but it's good for you. So this is just lemon zinger. Anyway, as I digress. Let's get into these fragrances. Some of them are affordable, and others are not so affordable. But you know, if you didn't know, your girl loves to scrounge up some sales and discounts. So I have not spent more than, I believe, $140 for any of these, which for me is around the mid-price range. When you're within like the 100 to 170 range, you're looking at mid-priced esque. Ooh, so 170 is kind of high. Maybe 160. Maybe like 90 to 160. You're looking at mid-price range. 80 and under is on the affordable side for me. If you want to get very affordable, you're looking at around the 50 and under range. Anything over $180, $170 is giving a little more expensive. Everything exclusive. And if you start looking at a $300 range, just know I am not looking at a $300 range, because that is insane for some smelly alcohol water. I'm just saying. To each their own, though. If you got that coin, girl, guy, they spend it if you want. Anyway, let's hop right into it. Did I say drop? Go ahead and drop in the comment section and talk about if you feel like you can have a creamy fragrance without lactonic. Let's hop into some that do give me a slightly milky vibe. All of these are not, the lactonic vibe is not going to be the most main character of the fragrance, but it's definitely there. So first thing we have here is the Princeless Princess by Dua. This is their dupe for I Don't Need a Prince by My Side to Be a Princess by Killian. Dua brand is a fairly popular dupe house, fairly popular impressions of house, whatever makes you feel better about calling it, clone house, whatever. I did do a series, and I still have to finish it up, and I will this month, on 13 dupe houses that I have fragrances for. and I can tell you about and review for you so you don't have to. So, go ahead and check it out. This is a marshmallow, green tea, I believe ginger fragrance. That if you like sweet fragrances, but you felt like Love Don't Be Shy was too sweet, or you like a good marshmallowy fragrance, this is your girl. It is so nice. This is actually part of my scent of the day today. Yes, I spray that much. Beautiful. The creaminess for me comes from, I believe, the marshmallow notes. It is giving me a creaminess that is from a marshmallow that you've bitten into, and perhaps it's more of a fresh marshmallow. So, the inside of the marshmallow is almost a little gooey. Perhaps it had been a little toasted a little bit. So, when you pull on it, it is creamy, very delicious. But the green tea cuts down, and I believe there's a ginger note in here, and that cuts into it too and tames it down so it's not giving too much, if you know what I mean. I really do like Love Don't Be Shy, but I think it's the orange blossom mixed with the marsh. It's just too sweet for me, which is so weird because I am a gourmand lover. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button if you are a gourmand lover. We talk about a lot of gourmand fragrances over here. I love a good gourmand fragrance that has non-gourmand touches. But anyway, yeah, that's a Princeless Princess. Go ahead and let me know if you try this fragrance. If you would throw this into the creamy category, because I feel like a lot of people don't necessarily like categorize it as that. The next fragrance is an affordable fragrance. The most affordable fragrance here in this video today is Chic Chic Luxe Edition. This is amazing. This is no lactonic quality to it. This is a Sweet Diamond Pink Pepper's grown older sister. This creaminess comes, I believe, from like a leather or suede type of situation. If I remember correctly, I don't believe there to be an actual note that they're claiming of leather or suede in here. I could be wrong. If they're not claiming it, just know it's there. Just know it's there. She's there. I'm not sure why they're not claiming it. It is sweet. So if you don't like a sweet fragrance, it is not for you. It's sweet. It's sweet in a grown way, though. I'm gonna make a comparison. I don't want you to think it smells like it, because it does not. However, the vibe is similar. Do you know Gris Charnel or Dua's gray? Hold on. Or Dua's carnal gray? Yes, that seriousness is in this fragrance. It's just like a sexy fragrance, and it's so nice. Slightly spiced, super creamy in that sweetie leather type of way, and sweet, but like a muted sweet, like Carnal Gray is. Carnal's Gray is like a mute. I would consider it like a muted fragrance, right? The next one I want to talk about is, so the next two are Kayali fragrances. The first one, I'm going to say that this is the most creamy, as in lactonic fragrance I'm going to talk about today. This is Kayali's Sweet Diamond Pink Pepper. This is one of my favorite fragrances of all time. I always get shocked when some people discuss about how, guys, I can actually see in this bottle. I don't think I've ever been able to look in this bottle, and I put it up to this thing. There is so much juice in here, and I have worn this at least 25 times. That's insane. This is here. How is there so much juice here? And I've worn this so many times. What in the sorcery is Mona? Oh my gosh. So this is also part of my scent of the day today. It is a jammy rose. And if anybody else was confused when watching amazing YouTubers talk about this jammy rose, because what the heck does that actually mean? I'm going to explain to you what it means to me. A jammy rose, to my nose, quite literally smells like what it sounds like. It smells like this rose that has a fruity nuance to it. Sorry, I'm back. Miss Lulu was calling me. I'm sure you're already following her, but if for off chance or not, go and subscribe to her channel. She's awesome. One of those YouTubers that has high-end fragrances, kind of like Perfume's Nest, but have no qualms. No qualms about having affordable fragrances. Sometimes I feel like, it's like one or the other for a lot of people, and nothing's wrong with having both. I think that's great, having affordable and not so affordable fragrances when your budget allows it, because there's some really great affordable fragrances, but some of those OG pricey ones are just nice. I'm just saying. So I'm going to talk about another fragrance. I don't have it in my hand right now. Where is it, you ask? It's downstairs. And I just don't want to go downstairs and go get it right now. And that is Nashit by Lattafa. It is a dupe for Nishane Ani. I did talk about this already. I have a video of it. Please go watch it. Nishane Ani is one of those very much so loved fragrances. And Nishane Ani is expensive. Now, Nishane, I believe, is one of those brands for me personally, because fragrance is very subjective, and I feel like some people lose sight of that. This is not mathematics. It's not a 1 + 1 = 2. That's it. Period. Everybody's nose is different, but for my nose, Nishane is one of those brands, those higher end brands that drops gems. I love Ani. My beef with Ani is the opening. It's a lot. It's giving Vicks Vaporub. It's a lot. But the dry down, Lord, that dry down is the stuff dreams are made of. Okay, that's a little dramatic, but I just think it's a very amazing fragrance. So Nashit is a very close dupe to the dry down of Nishane Ani. I wouldn't say they're 1-to-1. I'm going to be honest. I don't think we could all truly say no one here is going to ever be able to tell the difference. I'm sure there's someone out there, but it's extremely close. And the price, it was like $20, $21, something like that, for 100 mLs. And it's the most creamy, kind of sweet, green, slightly spiced fragrance you'll ever smell. That's such a terrible description of it, but there's something about it, that combo in this fragrance, that is absolutely perfect. It is extremely creamy. I would maybe as creamy as Kayali Sweet Lemon Pink Pepper. I think I said Chic was the most affordable one. I think Nashit was maybe like $1 or $2 more expensive, but it's very affordable in and of its own right. And it is as creamy maybe as Sweet Lemon Pink Pepper. I feel like the rose in Sweet Lemon Pink Pepper makes it you really don't need that much. I'm just dramatic. It's so creamy, but the creaminess in Nashit is, I think, a little heavier without being a heavy fragrance. I'm going to say a lot of contradictory words right now. It's creamy without being super thick, but it has a thickness to it while still having a fluffy texture. It is sweet, but it's not overtly sweet. I definitely think a man could wear this, although for me it leans slightly feminine. The green textures in this are green, but it's not obnoxiously slow. let me give you a description as a Caribbean person that grew up drinking bush tea. Um, you take that tea and you take condensed milk and you pour condensed milk in it, and you're still getting the bitterness, but it's coated in now this creamy quality from the condensed milk. That's kind of what Nishane on, well, yeah, kind of what Nishane on, but Nishit does. So you're still getting this green quality. It's not bitter, but it's green. Green, like I'm talking real, like outside, outdoorsy type of green. And I like it. I actually love it, to be honest. The spice quality is wonderful. And then you get these wisps of this lemony vibe that is very nice. Now, on my husband specifically, the lemon note comes out super strong. And when I want that lemon note to kick a little more, I have lemon based lotions and stuff that I will wear, or other fragrances I will layer with it to bring out more of the lemon. But typically the lemon is more of a background on my skin. My husband loves it on me. He does not love it as much as on himself because of the lemon note. But anyway, I digress. That was Nashit by Latafa. I did get mine off of Amazon. I do think you need to be super careful about the fragrances you buy on Amazon. I wouldn't buy, I don't know, just look it up and make sure you look at reviews, make sure you see where it's coming from, all of that good jazz. The next one is the last affordable fragrance I'm going to talk about. Kayali, I don't firmly put under affordable, so we're going to take a pause from the next Kayali fragrance. I put that as more mid-price range. This is an arm off fragrance. This was the more expensive of my affordable fragrances. This was like $60. This is Club de Nuit Imperial White. Now, I don't care that this was $60. I think this could be well worth the price of a Delina fragrance. Now, don't get me wrong. I don't want them to go and raise the price. Simmer down. Because I notice when fragrances get popular, the price skyrockets, especially when it comes to Middle Eastern fragrances. And it's to be expected, right? Everybody wants to make some money. So if you know you could sell it for more expensive, I guess. Anyway, this is one of the best fragrances I've smelt in a long time. This is Down to Here. I am quite surprised to see that my Kayali Sweet Diamond Pink Pepper is not as low as I thought it was, because I spray this a lot, but I guess I don't spray a lot of it. Now, this one you really don't need to spray a lot of, and I don't really. Because I will fog up an entire room. When I say fog up, I mean the smell of this will coat in a thick cloud the entire space. I've sprayed 3 sprays of this, and I've had someone 3 or 4 follow me around the grocery store saying that I've left a scent trail. As someone who's, I mean, actually, I don't know if he was more than 40 inches of snow blankets the northeast as a storm snarls. Hold on. Winter is coming. I have a love, sort of dislike relationship with winter, because I think snow has its importance of cooling down everything, and it's, snow days are great when you're young, and being able to play outside in the snow I think is important. I think a white Christmas is awesome as well. So I'm looking forward to it. I feel like we really haven't gotten much great fluffy snow in the past couple years, so maybe this year will be a little different. Anyway, I digress. This is like a Delina family member. Delina exclusive. I'm not going to spray this on. This is not part of my scent of the day today. It is a creamy, tangy, sweet, rose, lychee, whipped cream icing smell. It's sexy, it's delicious, it's grown. I think the tartness in Delina really can just make my cheeks twitch. It's sour, and sour in the way I don't like. So I can't wear it. I've tried dupes, I've tried the original. It's just not for me. The Lena exclusive, on the other hand, I really did like, but the price point was price pointing too hard. If you felt that same way, just go and go get this for $60 US. So good. Creamy in a like tonic type of way. Like the whipped icing is like a butter, not a butter, like a milky type of vibe. Buttermilk might be in it, right? You know, it's so good. So that is Club de Nuit Imperial White. Let's hit that second Kayali. This is Kayali's Yum Pistachio Gelato 33. There's a lot of things on this fragrance. Some of them I think are extremely aggressive, which is fine. You can have a super strong opinion on a fragrance. I love this. That is my strong standpoint on this fragrance. I think it is amazing. It's a fresh gourmand, and I think a couple have been dropped this year, and I like them. I saw the sparkling sugar one from Skin Reserves or whatever for $48 for a thing. I think I'm gonna have to go back and buy it at Sephora. Hopefully it'll be there when I go back. Lord, I just feel like fresh gourmands don't get the gas they should. It's sweet. This is a sweet, nutty, creamy fragrance with some booze. But there's a fresh texture to this that threw a lot of people off. Why? Because it was released in the summer. The problem I think happened, I do know why. Or I think why for some people. People were really expecting a Charosa, and I'm glad it wasn't. It is in certain aspects and it isn't in others. This fragrance is not part of my scent of the day, so I will not be spraying it on me. It is so good to me, and on my skin and on my clothes. I get compliments when I wear this. Sweet, nutty, like a pinch icy, and bright. Like the cotton candy is like a bright cotton candy, like a fruity cotton candy, and it's creamy. It's not it's a lighter creamy because it is gelato. It's not ice cream, and I feel like people don't realize there is a difference between regular ice cream and gelato. I feel like gelato has a little less of that dairy content, and thus makes it not as heavy or thick as ice cream. I love this. It's so good. And I think the creaminess is coming from, yes, the whipped cream and marshmallow, but also the sweet rum. I think the sweet rum is giving it a smooth texture that is kind of creamy without the lactonic qualities, but there is some lactonic qualities because it's a whipped cream in here. And I think this fragrance gets just a pinch thicker as I'm letting it sit in my collection. I don't think this will ever truly be a heavy hitter, ridiculous, likely strong, beastly fragrance, but I don't think every fragrance needs to be. Let's talk about that down in the comment section. Do you think that fragrances just need to be beastly all the time? All your fragrances should just be super beastly? Because I used to be like that, but I feel like there's a time and a place for a little bit more toned down. You can still smell it, but maybe the scent bubble is not as strong. Maybe the longevity is not as there. Okay. Unpopular opinion, it seems, on the frag community. But if a fragrance is $180 and more, it has to have beastly performance in terms of projection, longevity, all of that. Because what the heck am I paying for? But outside of that, I don't mind if it's lasting around 4 to 5 hours and it's like $100 and less. Because I'll just respray it. Especially with these 60 and under fragrances, I'll respray it halfway through the day. Most of the time, I like to carry this. If not, I have decants. Like I love decanting stuff and just carrying it with me because I don't mind respraying it, because fragrances has like A lot of fragrances, not all, but a lot of them have a storyline they go through. So you'll start at the beginning of the story, then you'll get midway through the plot, and then you'll wrap it up. And they smell different. And so sometimes it's just fun also, even if I can still smell it, to get the beginning of the fragrance. Does that make sense? Does anybody else feel like that? Let me know. Let's wrap it up. This is Navajas Parfums Chocolate Queen. I'm obsessed. Now, for all of you slightly, what's the word? Jailing type of people who feel like if you have not the most massive indentations in a fragrance, you can't possibly like it, please come off of my channel. Quite literally, once you start building a collection and your collection leaves small, which is, I'm thinking around 40, 50 fragrances, and starts entering medium, which is around the 100. And now we're getting into medium at the 130, 140, 150, which is where I'm at now. I'm doing a declutter soon. I keep saying that, but I promise it's coming. I'm stacking them over here. It's hard. It's one body here. I have one body. And while some fragrances do need to be resprayed to get the same type of projection 4 to 6 hours later, I don't always do that, and I don't always respray the same fragrance. I feel like the rules people try to put on something like fragrance is insane. You can like something. Some people can only afford to get their nails professionally done on important events, which could be like 2 to 3 times a year. And you can't tell them they don't like to get their nails done because they don't get it done every week or every month. That's insanity. I can like sweet things and don't eat them often for health purposes. Are you going to tell me I don't like it? Sweet things because I don't eat them often? Of course not. That sounds like nonsense. Same thing for fragrance. You don't have to drain a fragrance or be halfway through a fragrance or whatever to be able to say you like fragrances. And I'm starting to realize that as someone who now has a bigger collection, because I felt like that when I had a smaller collection, because I would put dents fairly easily in my fragrances. But when you have 5 to 10 fragrances, 20 and under fragrances, you can really dent up some fragrances. That's just on 100. If you have smaller bottle fragrances, you can dent up some fragrances. This is 100 ml, I think. Hold on. Yes. This is so lovely. It is a boozy, sweet, and the boozy note, one of the boozy notes in here is like a creamy boozy. I don't know if there's any other creamy textures in here, but the boozy notes, I'm fairly certain, is a creamy fragrance, like a texture. I want to spray this on myself. It's a nutty, boozy, creamy chocolate fragrance. It's beautiful. And I want more of Navajas Parfums fragrances, and I will get there. It's a slow and steady pace for some of these fragrances though. I want AI the Great's fragrance so bad. I want Pauline Schaefer's fragrance. I want a couple fragrances from there, and I'm getting there. My goal one day, because I'm a little tiny, microscopic channel right now, but I would love to drop a fragrance with Navajas Parfums. I think they are one of those brands that likes to spread a bit of the wealth by releasing fragrances with fragrance YouTubers. That's such an amazing opportunity. It's so amazing to have a baby of a fragrance. That's insane. That actually makes me a little emotional as someone who enjoys and takes pride in my self-care. I have always done that. I think anyone who knows me will tell you I am the self-care one to go to. And I've had a lot of people over the years come to me asking me about different self-care things because they know I'm serious. Even having 3 kids, I'm gonna wrap this up because I have to I want to bang out one more before I have to leave for my doctor's appointment. But I said all of that to say I think that brands who take the time to collab with fragrance YouTubers, because I know Fragcom is a very niche situation. I do think it's starting to explode a little more out, but it's quite niche, right? Because like makeup YouTubers and like skincare enthusiasts on YouTube, I'm not sure what their communities are called, but they have like millions of subscribers, hundreds of thousands of subscribers, and I feel like if you look at the average subscriber count for some amazing fragrance YouTubers, it's just not quite there yet, but I still think it deserves its own situation, because fragrances, especially a lot of these niche ones, are just super expensive. Like you could, for the price, I mean they're expensive, like makeup and skincare, but there are just so many non-expensive as well that are just so mainstream. And I think smelling good is something a lot of people do but don't per se haven't in the past really looked it up, and now I see it getting some traction, and I'm very happy for that, because I think looking good, feeling good, and smelling good all fall under self-care. So yeah, anyway, let's have some conversations down in the comment section below, please. Don't forget to subscribe. I noticed my videos do fairly decent over time versus upon initial drop, and I don't mind that. When I plot for videos, I plot in mind for repetitive watches or videos that are going to probably be useful for future use as well. So just don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe. It is important for YouTube's algorithm to feel like my video warrants other views, because I think it does. What do you think? Anyway, go ahead and drop down also, and I'll probably be saying this in a couple videos, some ideas of videos you would like for me to do for the month of December, because every day sounds so insane. And hopefully I'll see you in my next video. Bye bye. Oh, hold on. It's Goddess May. Look good, feel good, smell good. Have a great day.